David, 7 years old, sits on a bench by the court. All the boys are playing football, but he doesn't like sports. He'd rather stay still, watch them run, watch them play, feel the wind on his skin while he waits for the end of the day. But his peace doesn't last long. Soon the game is over and the buddies come along, saying, "Hi there, loser, freak, why are you so feminine? Why are you so weak?" David, 17 years old, sits in the back of the room. The teacher is saying something, but his mind is on the moon. He's staring at a friend that he likes, that he loves, imagining 1,000 moments where their skins would finally touch. But that friend is also a boy that plays football, that makes noise. Someone notices David's stare and mocks him till he cannot bear. David, 25 years old, lies in a bathtub filled with ice-cold water. Everything he suffered, the bitterness, the hate, can all fade away with a single move of a blade. He's a freak, he's a femme, no one loves him, he's got no friends. So it doesn't matter if he slices his wrist, it's just one more faggot ceasing to exist. I wrote this poem to share with you David's story. But what if I told you that David is everywhere, all the time, including right now in this room sitting next to you? My name is Eduardo Viegas, I'm a career student, and I want to start with a topic quite usual nowadays: prejudice. Homosexuality represents a misuse of the sexual faculty, and as such, it deserves no pretense that it is anything but a pernicious sickness. This quote was in Times magazine in 1966. Sounds quite awful, right? Thank God this is over. Thank God we're not in the 20th century anymore. Well, here's another quote, this time in Portuguese and a little more recent. Não vou combater nem discriminar, mas se vi dois homens beijando na rua, vou bater. Brazilian Congressman Jair Bolsonaro, 2002. Prejudice still exists. Prejudice still exists. And because of that, people like David suffer on a daily basis. But let's focus on the opposite end of the spectrum. Love. I want love to be the biggest message of my speech. How can we, as human beings, spread love through the way we act? First, a tiny little Portuguese lesson. In our language, the suffix ismo is often connected to sickness. For example, there's alcoolismo, daltonismo, astigmatismo, autismo, and so on. So, if I use the word homosexualismo, or homosexualism in English, it can be very hurtful for people around me. We can also ask ourselves, do I tell or laugh at jokes about people's sexualities? Do I mock people because they're not masculine or feminine enough? Do I use the word gay as an insult when I'm very angry? Usually it's hard to notice these things because society does them quite often. But if we pay attention, we can start questioning them and make life better for all the Davids out there. My second piece of advice is, watch Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. A bit weird, right? Well, let me try and explain. The Greek philosopher Socrates used to say that people hate what they don't know and love what they know. By watching movies such as Priscilla, which is about 2 drag queens and 1 trans woman in the middle of the Australian desert, we have an opportunity to become more familiar with queer people, their wishes, their joys, their struggles, and therefore, following Socrates' principle, we tend to be more loving and more accepting to them in our everyday lives. And we still get to watch some amazing lip-sync performances in the process, actually. Lastly, I would like to address the mothers and fathers which are watching this speech right now. If your boy likes Barbie dolls, if your girl likes toy cars, if they want to date people of the same sex, it's not really because they chose to. So I ask you to be understanding, to be supportive, to be proud. One of our most basic instincts as human beings is to please our parents, and we just want to be loved for who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go, I want to come back to that powerful little word I mentioned. Love. If we show love through the way we talk, if we show love by being accepting, and if we show our kids how to love unconditionally, we can make this world a better place. It may be a cliche, but it's still true. To wrap things up, here's a quote from Martin Luther King that I really like. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Thank you very much.